Hello YouTube, Al here, and this week we're going to talk about buffers. So, I have my pedal board here, and I have two Boss pedals on here, and Boss pedals, these two at least, are buffered bypass instead of true bypass. What does that mean? Well, with a true bypass pedal, when the pedal is off, the signal just goes straight through, just like zoop, and doesn't go through all the circuitry even though it's turned off. It just goes straight through, and that means it's a shorter signal path and basically you lose less high end in theory. One problem with that is if you get long cable runs or lots and lots of pedals, it adds up to basically being a long cable, and long cables basically mean you lose high end due to capacitance. So a buffered bypass pedal is a pedal that has a buffer in it which basically gives it a little push, a little shove, and it gives that high end back and the strength of the signal back and just gives it a little nudge to help it get through. So I've got my Boss SD1, which is towards the beginning of my signal path, and I've got the DS1 that is towards the end. So I'm trying to sandwich one at the start and one at the end. So these pedals will be off, and we'll just leave them in the loop. I've got a loop switcher. They're going to be in the loop, but they're going to be turned off, and then I'll take them out of the loop, and then we'll see if there's a difference with the amount of high end I can get. So that's an experiment. We're going to see if it makes a difference to the sound. Let's have a look. Okay, so because the SD1 wasn't in a loop, I don't have enough loops on my loop switcher. It's on the bed here. I've just swapped it out for a pedal. It's the Landlord Amber Nectar. It doesn't matter what the hell it is because it's just a true bypass pedal and it's going to remain off the whole time. So this is the tone of my Strat with all my pedals in the circuit except for the DS1 because that's got a buffer. So everything's in the circuit. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pedals. And this is it with no buffers or anything, just basically a massive signal chain. Oh yeah, I've got a freakishly long D'Addario cable. I don't even know how long it is, like 10, 20 metres. I think it's like 20 metres. It's bloody ridiculous. So here we go. Do the neck pickup as well because that's quite bassy, to be fair. So let's pop the buffers in. So, same thing again, I've got the SD1 back on the board now, the Amber Nectar is here, so we now have a buffer at the start of our chain. Add the other boost now, sorry, buffer. So we've got the DS1 in the circuit again, the pedal's off. So we still have all of the pedals, all 10 pedals in the circuit, but this time we've got a buffer at the start and we've got a buffer at the end. So, here we go. quickly take the DS1 out, so I've only got a buffer at the start, and then I'll put it back on. Balls that up, didn't I? That's made a difference. Hello. So this is without the buffer at the end. So I've only got the SD one at the start. Don't know if you can hear, but there's a tiny bit of noise that's introduced. Buffers can introduce a little bit of noise. They give everything a shove, but that can include the noise. So Boss do good buffers, nothing wrong with them. By the way, I've used the DS1 for the other buffer as opposed to the Metal Zone because I find the Metal Zone is a little bit more noisy. So I do think there's a difference in the buffers they use from year to year and pedal to pedal. I think that's what I found. So this is with. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Do you think that made a difference? Did it sound any different to you? I mean, I feel like I heard a little bit of a difference. I feel like it was a little bit crisper and chimier, but that might well be just because that's what everyone says buffers do. So, I'm only going through 1x12. Let me show you. Go through my Black Star trusty HG 112 cab with a Celestion 100 watt AVT G12 speaker. I'm going through my orange Dark Terror because I really like it. This is my Encore white Strat. There you have it. That's a look at buffers on pedal boards. Do you think it made a difference to the sound? I think it felt a little bit jangly and a little bit more crisp and I guess trebly. I guess it did. I didn't tell a massive difference, but I suppose I've only got a 112 in this room. I'm not really playing a 412 at ridiculous volume like Brian May with his long cable runs. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Al. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Leave any questions down in the comments and I'll try to get to them. I'll see you next week, but until then, bye bye.